Valley Village, California, Dave Rapp. A retired college admission counselor from Portland, Oregon, Nancy Dunhauer. And a stay-at-home mom from Thousand Oaks, California, Dana Dill. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And welcome, everyone, to the last of our 9 quarterfinal games in this Jeopardy Champions Wildcard competition. Tomorrow, we'll begin the first of 3 semifinal games. But today, we welcome back Dana, Nancy, and Dave, who are all vying for the last spot in the next round. Good luck to all 3 of you. Here we go. The categories are, first, men and women of science. Then we have Name That Tune Stir, Groovy. Then By George. Yeah, we went there. And finally, 6-syllable words. Where to first, Dana?
Let's do Name That Tune Stir for 400.
I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime, played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of '69. Dana?
Who is Brian Adams?
Right.
Tune Stir 600, please.
But I set fire to the rain, watched it pour as I touched your face. Well, it burned while I cried. Dave?
Who's Adele?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there for 1,000, please.
Paid my respects at the Ganden Monastery in this capital city of Mongolia. Dave?
What's Ulaanbaatar?
You're right, for 1,000.
Groovy for 1,000.
The wife of this U.S. president opposed his career as a judge, feeling it was a fixed groove. Dave?
Who is Taft?
Correct again.
Men and women of science for 800.
In the 1930s, this California transplant posthumously received plant patents number 12 through 16. Dave?
Who's Edison?
No. Famed horticulturist, Luther Burbank. Back to you, Dave.
Men and women of science for 600, please.
In 1667, the UK's Margaret Cavendish was the first woman to attend a meeting at this science society. That's the Royal Society. Back to you, Dave.
Let's go back to Groovy for 800, please.
This Simon & Garfunkel tune is also known as the 59th Street Bridge Song. Nancy?
What is Feeling Groovy?
Right.
Let's do By George for 200, please.
After December 14th, 1920, Notre Dame could begin winning one for this man. Dave?
Who's the Gipper?
George Gipp, that's right.
Go Irish. Groovy for 200.
In carpentry, this body part and groove form a joint between 2 boards. Dana?
What is tongue?
Tongue and groove, yeah.
Let's do George 600.
This king's speech ended on February 6th, 1952 in Sandringham. Nancy?
Who's George the 6th?
Yes, it is.
Let's do George again for By George for 800, please.
After this composer met his Messiah in 1759, he was buried in Poets' Corner in Westminster Abbey. Dave?
Who is Handel?
Good.
Yeah, we went there 800.
Great snorkeling and diving in this large bay off Chittagong in Chennai. Dave?
What's the Bay of Bengal?
You're right.
Yeah, we went there 600.
Took in the rugged scenery and the lemon festival along this country's Amalfi Coast. Dana?
Brazili.
Right.
6-syllable words, 200, please.
The name of this type of doctor comes from the Latin for beast of burden. Dana?
What is veterinarian?
Correct.
6-syllable words, 400.
In this type of complex, one has a persistent sense of inadequacy or a tendency to self-diminishment. Dana?
What is inferiority?
That's correct, but you don't have to worry about that. You just hold it to second place, and you brought us to our first break. We'll come right back with more Champions Wildcard after these messages.
I'm Corey B. Trots with NSD Law.
Dave Rapp is a writer from Valley Village, California. Dave, I can't put my finger on it, but is there something different about your appearance this time on Jeopardy?
Yeah, the mohawk is a different color. When I came on before, it was purple, which is my favorite color, but I was told that it blended into the set too much, and I wouldn't want to be accused of being subtle, so I went to my daughters, Samantha and Charlie, and had them help me come up with a look that would pop this time.
It really does. And we could have changed the color of the set for you. I mean, we are flexible, but thank you for working with us. That's great out here. Nancy Dunhauer from Portland is a retired college admissions counselor. What was it like becoming a Jeopardy champion? Do you have memories of that?
Yeah, there are 2 things that really stand out in my mind. The first was that this was my first experience of seeing all the moving parts, and what it takes to put the show together, adding the level of complexity with COVID and all of that, and I left so impressed with the professionalism and the kind of esprit de corps of the staff and the crew, and just well done all. And then the other thing was, after we were a year and a half into COVID, I got here and it's like, whoa, my brain still works. I can fire it all cylinders. Cool.
You were maybe one of the first people in the country to use your brain after a long gap.
Totally true. Yeah, totally.
Well, you did very well. Dana Hill is back with us from Thousand Oaks, where she's a stay-at-home mom. Tell us your story about how you got the call inviting you on Jeopardy.
Well, actually, it was the first call to appear the first time. And of course, I left my phone alone with my son. Well, I, used the bathroom just a few seconds, and I heard it ringing, and I thought I would recognize that number. So, but apparently, he decided it would be fun to answer the phone, answer it, scream very loudly into it, then giggle hysterically and hang up. And so when I came back for the restroom, I said, "Oh, I'm sure that was nothing." I looked and I saw the number. I said, "Oh gosh, I hope that wasn't." Luckily for me, the coordinator probably figured it out, called right back, and we actually conversed without no screaming.
And the crazy part is your son is 23. I assume it's a little guy having some phone.
Yeah, he was 5.
That doesn't disqualify you. We now know.
All right.
You have control of the board, Dana. You can give us that last correct response. Pick a category of the dollar amount.
Let's do Tune Stir 1000.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. Dave.
Who's Pharrell?
Yeah, we're Daft Punk. Correct.
Groovy for 600.
Much of the cortical surface of this is hidden in grooves called sulci. Dave.
What's the brain?
Yeah.
Tunester 800.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Aw, yeah. Dana.
Who are the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Correct.
Let's do 6-syllable words, 800.
Common in cases of ADHD and autism, sensory this is basically too much input. Dave.
Austin.
Nancy.
What is overstimulation?
That has 6 syllables. Well done.
Yay. How about gay? We went there for 400, please.
We made it to the top of 22,600 foot Ojos del Salado, one of the highest peaks in this mountain range. Dana.
Was the Andes?
Correct.
6-syllable words, 1,000.
Both Betsy Ross and Dolly Madison were disowned by the Quakers for marrying men from this denomination. You don't want to marry an Episcopalian. Dana, back to you.
Let's do 6-syllable words, 600, please.
The answer there. It's a daily double. Dana, how confident do you feel with outrageously long words?
Reasonably. Let's make it a true daily double.
All right.
Yay.
You'll have the lead if you're correct. Here's your clue. Title for Sir Francis Drake, due to a specific feat he accomplished in 1580.
What is a circumnavigator?
That's correct. He went around the world. You're in the lead.
Okay, let's do Tune Stir 200.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. Dave.
Who's Miley Cyrus?
Right.
By George 1000.
It was Through the Hourglass and by this writer on June 8th, 1876. Dana.
Who is Lewis Carroll?
No. Answer, Dave. This was George Sand. Sand Through the Hourglass. Back to you, Dave.
Men and women of science for 1,000.
The hands-on work of this biochemist, born in 1900, unraveled the mystery of the citric acid cycle. Also called the Krebs cycle. Hans Krebs. Dave.
Men and women of science 400.
In the 1870s, this French chemist demonstrated that anthrax was caused by a particular bacillus. Nancy.
Who is Pasteur?
You're right.
Men and women of science for 2, please.
In 1925, this American anthropologist first visited Samoa. She wrote a book about it 3 years later. Nancy.
Who's Margaret Mead?
Right.
By George for 400, please.
On January 21st, 1950, the clock struck 13 for this novelist. Dave.
Who's Orwell?
Right.
Groovy for 400, please.
Seen here are grooves in this Buckeye state, scoured into limestone 18,000 years ago by the Great Ice Sheet. Dave.
What's Ohio?
Good.
Yeah, we went there.
Last clue. We stopped by the magnificent cliffs of Moher on this Emerald Isle. Dave.
What's Ireland?
That's correct, Dave. You're back in the lead. Nancy will select first when Double Jeopardy begins right after these words.
Fall is just around the corner, so call Farm Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, Electric today to get your heating system tuned up. Getting a tune-up now provides convenience, all while making sure your heating system is...
The board's all set up for Double Jeopardy. Here are your new categories, players. We begin with A Fish Called, then Rwanda. Movie comedies, Greek got out, Roman got in, then I'm on the case. Go home, O-M-E in quotation marks. Nancy, where to?
Okay, movie comedies for 800, please.
In addition to playing the titular Deadpool, this actor provided the voice of Juggernaut in the 2018 sequel. Dana?
Who's Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Movie comedies 1200, please.
Justin Bartha goes missing in this 2009 film. In his place is a baby in a closet and a live tiger. Dana?
Oh, where's The Hangover?
That's right.
Movie comedies 1600.
This pick flew with dialogue like, we have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor? Nancy?
What is Airplane?
That's the movie.
Greek got out, Roman got in for 400.
Her magic girdle induced love, as magic girdles will do, and Romans had her say, I'm no mighty Aphrodite, I'm your this. Dana?
What is Venus?
Yes.
Movie comedies 2000.
A man's mundane life is interrupted by a zombie apocalypse. In this comedy starring Simon Pegg. Dana?
What is Shaun of the Dead?
Good for 2000.
Greek god 800.
Greeks were from Ares, Romans from this deity, originally an ancient Italian god who watched over agriculture. Dave?
Who's Mars?
Yes.
Greek god in, out, Roman god in, 2000, please.
The answer there. So Daily Double.
Yay!
And a big chance for you here, Dave. You're going to take the lead.
5,000?
All right. A lot at stake. Here's your clue. Most of the Greek myths for Athena were adopted by the Romans for this goddess, whose temple was on Capitoline Hill.
Who is Diana?
No, sorry, Minerva. Diana was part of this, I'm afraid. Drops you down to third place, but make a selection.
Greek god out, Roman god in, 1600.
The ancient Romans didn't need this Greek god anymore, not after renaming him Vulcan. Dana?
Who is Hephaestus?
Right.
Greek got out, Roman got in 1200.
What's this? It's another name for this Roman god who took over for Hades. Dave?
Who is Pluto?
Yes, this is Pluto.
Go home, 2000.
A problem on the one numbered 17 can lead to leukemia. Dana?
What is chromosome?
Yes.
1600, go home.
Metal used for plating. Dana?
What is chrome?
Right again.
Go home 1200.
A weighty book. Dana?
What is tome?
Right you are.
Stu, go home 800.
Friendly garden fellow, seen here. Dana?
What is gnome?
Yes.
Movie comedies 400.
In A Fish Called Wanda, she's a woman called Wanda. Nancy?
Who's Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes.
Let's try Rwanda for 800, please.
She established a guerrilla research center in Rwanda in 1967. Nancy?
Who's Diane Fossey?
That's her.
Let's try A Fish Called for 800, please.
This beautiful Rasbora that shares its name with a romance book brand is sure to be the talk of the tank. Dana?
What is Harlequin?
Correct.
A Fish Called 1200, please.
Popular fly fisherman quarry, seen here. Nancy?
What is bass?
No. Dave?
What's rainbow trout?
You got it.
Fish called 1600.
Like Santiago, you have quite a story to tell if you caught the massive blue type of this. Dana?
What is a swordfish?
No. Nancy?
What is a marlin?
That's correct.
Rwanda for 2000, please.
This contemporary and rival of Sir Richard Burton became the first European to visit the area of Rwanda in 1858. Burton's rival in exploring the Nile, John Speke. Back to you, Nancy.
Rwanda for 1600.
Now with a population of about 1.7 million, this city became the capital upon Rwanda's independence. Nancy?
What is Kigali?
You're correct.
Rwanda for 12, please.
Rwanda and this neighboring nation were ruled by Belgium until 1962. Nancy?
What's the Congo?
No. Dana or Dave? It's a smaller neighbor, Burundi. Back to you, Nancy.
Let's finish Rwanda for 400, please.
It's the official language shared by Rwanda and Senegal. Nancy?
What is French?
You're right.
Oh, A Fish Called for 400, please.
The walking type of this fish, the Clarius butricus, can travel across land in search of water. A walking catfish. Nancy?
A Fish Called for 2000, please.
This fillet favorite is the one and only. Dana?
What is a catfish?
No. Dave?
What is soul?
Soul, yeah, one and only.
I'm on the case, 2000.
See how on earth the justices voted 7-1 in This Man v. Ferguson in 1896, advancing the separate but equal doctrine. Dave?
Who's Plessy?
That's right.
Case 1600.
Peruse the appeal that successfully fought the $100 fine this Tennessee high school teacher got in 1925 for teaching evolution. Nancy?
Who's Scopes?
That's right.
I'm on the case for 12, please.
Look into why these two Italian anarchists were tried in 1921, but not sentenced to death until 1927. Dave?
Who are Sacco and Vanzetti?
That's correct.
I'm on the case, 800.
The answer there? Last game we don't win the game. Just 2 clues left, Dave. What are you going to do here?
True daily double, please.
Well,
Way to go.
well, that's a big risk. Here's your clue, and I'm on the case. Brush up on Earl Warren's opinion for the 5-4 majority in 1966 on This Man v. Arizona regarding police questioning.
Who is Miranda?
That is correct. Miranda v. Arizona. You're in the lead.
Go home, 400.
A covered sports stadium. Dave?
With the dome.
Yes, and the last clue, and I'm on the case. Go through Marbury v. Madison to see how this Chief Justice established the power of judicial review. Dana?
Who is Marshall?
It is John Marshall, yes, 14,200. You're now in second place after Dave's big move. Let's find out what the final Jeopardy category will be today. 21st century presidential elections. Something to think about while we take this quick break. Back with the clue right after this. November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Today, in honor of Alex, who we lost to this disease, Gene Trebek launched a fund supporting cutting-edge pancreatic cancer research at Stand Up to Cancer. Learn more and watch a tribute to Alex at standuptocancer.org. Remembering recent history, 21st century presidential elections in Final Jeopardy today. Here's the clue. It was the first election since 1952 in which neither the incumbent president nor the incumbent vice president was a candidate. 30 seconds. Good luck. Nancy Donhauer in the middle had $8,400, and she wrote down, what is 2004? No, I'm afraid not. The incumbent President Bush ran for re-election. That doesn't count, so you're going to lose $2,000, dropping you down to $6,400. Dana Hill was in second place after Dave's big wager. She was writing when the time expired.
I was writing the name, so I was going to go.
We would have taken the names, but not when they're
Not that one
only
wrong.
partly there. So we're going to take away.
Oh, my
wow, you bet everything. $14,200. Dave Rapp had the lead after that big David double wager. Was he correct? What is 2008? That is correct. Barack Obama, John McCain. It had been over 50 years since that had happened. Let's see how much you wagered. 10,001, bringing you to 28,401 today, and earning you the last spot in the Champions Wildcard semifinal. Those semifinals start tomorrow right here on the Alex Trebek stage. Don't miss it. We'll see you then.